In this week's video, I'm going to show you how I made this angle grinder mount for my French cleat wall, but as I was compiling all the clips, I realized I made this wall about 2 years ago, which gives me enough time to make an accurate assessment on whether or not I would do it again, because one of the questions I get asked the most, and I see people asking the most online, because people are really interested in shop storage, is whether or not these walls are worth the time commitment to make. In my experiences, the reason I went with making the French Cleat wall was because, first off, it's inexpensive to make, at least for someone like myself. The bulk of the materials I use for this is stuff I already had in the shop, cut-offs from other projects. I bought a sheet of ply to make the original slats, which was like $80. So not completely free, but since then, all of the things I've made for, they're small, so I've been able to use scrap. I like the fact that all of the pieces are easy to move. As you'll see in this video, when I first made all these, I had them set up in a particular way. My shop has changed a lot since I've made this original video, and they're very easy to move and put where you want. In the same vein, you could customize them to your needs. So I would love to have a wall full of all of my tools, but I just don't have the time to do that. So I was able to go through and make the units I wanted for particular tools and add to it as I go, which has been super handy. I also like the fact, as you see here, if you're going with French cleats, you can easily hang bigger objects like cabinets right on the wall by it and move them if you have to. So I 110% recommend French cleat walls. Mine's been a huge time saver because tools that used to lay around the shop I can now keep organized in one spot, and I found some time to make a unit for my angle grinder, which is one of those tools that doesn't come with a case, so it's usually just kicking around the shop. I'm going to show you how I make it. It was an easy afternoon build that, once again, I made out of scrap. I started with a piece of actual MDF because I just did a vanity build and the customer gave me the old cabinet, so I used parts of that for this build, and it's plywood but the core is MDF, not layers. And then I decided I wanted to have a mount on the side for all of the disc I have for the angle grinder, which is quite a bit, but I didn't want them stacked on dowels because then I had to keep moving them, and if you have them all spread out, it would take out a lot of space. I came up with this concept that's quite similar to how you used to store CDs, if people remember those, and it's basically just going to be a unit where I could plop these right in. I needed louvered slats in between to separate all of the pieces. It was pretty easy to make. I laid out my math using 3/4 inch stock and a 1/4 inch stock to get all of my spacing. I put it on one full sheet of ply, used the radial arm saw to cut all those 1/4 inch grooves. Then I just went through and put a very close to the surface 90-degree cut through the center, so it's a 45 miter, which is going to create a 90 on both sides. I could use an iron to steam it. It will soften that plywood, especially in the winter time. The stuff is exceptionally dry. I steamed it enough that I could just put some glue on these and bend these closed. Now, if you don't want to put that 90-degree cut in the middle there and steam it and bend it, you don't have to. It was kind of a cool trick that I knew would translate well into video. It's also an opportunity to kind of stretch your skills on projects like this, keep things interesting, but you could have just as easily just ripped a 45 and clamped those together like a normal corner. So once those were drying, I went and put a dado in a vertical mount that's going to mount onto the base, which is the piece you saw me cut in the beginning. That's going to be where the angle grinder's going, but I want to attach all of this so I could add my V-groove storage on the side. And I knew I wanted the angle grinder easy to take on and off, which is why I oriented it this way, so I could grab the angle grinder and grab the discs. In order to mount the discs, I also needed 45-degree mounts, so I took a scrap 2x4, cut a 45 in it, and then I could mount these right onto the piece of ply I already had. Could screw them into the side as well as into the back, so it's going to be super stable, won't move around on me. The spacing was basically what I had room for. I didn't want to make this gigantic, and I had just enough discs to fill those three cartridges. So like I said, drilled it to the back and to the side. I could then take those V's and tack them into place. I did add, I think, a screw or two into these as well, and that is how those mount. So then, yeah, like I said, I added some screws into the side, into those V's, just to make sure everything stays in place. It's quite a bit of material hanging on this one piece. Then I could just cap off the end so that I could fit a piece in the end as well. Pretty simple. I use 1/4" material for this. I just cut it on the miter saw at a 45, and then I could just use some brads to hold it into place. For all of the in-between slats, it was the same process because I made them all the same. I could just set up a stop on my miter saw, flip these over, and make a bunch of V's that will then fit right into the 45s, the 1/4" grooves I cut out on the radial arm saw. So that is how that part came together as well. And the spacing for this was obviously going to be based off as the thickest disc I had, which was about 3/4 of an inch. Then to mount the actual angle grinder, this was one of the easier parts. Any sort of object in the shop that's shaped similarly to an angle grinder. My chisels are the same way, my lathe chisels. It's basically just a circle I drill in there, and then I remove the material in the front. I chamfer the edges so that because the angle grinder has a wider head, it will sit right on top of that groove. Really simple. And then I could just attach it where I had pre-cut that dado. Once again, the nice thing about French cleats is that I made a bunch of this 45-degree cleat material in the beginning, so all I have to do is go to my lumber rack, grab a piece off, screw it to the back, and it will go right onto the wall. In order to have cord storage, I basically made a system very similar to upright vacuums. So it's just going to be a cord wrap around 2 extensions on the side. And then all I did was put a screw in the front so that you could move that front piece. So you could take the cord off, on and off very easily. And for decorative purposes, and also so I don't pinch my fingers on it, I just rounded over the top of these to make them look a little bit nicer. And then I could screw them in from the inside of the piece, because there's also going to be that screw on the front, so they're actually attached from the inside. So there's a screw sticking out the front. Like I said, I could screw these in place, and that's going to be how I mount the cord. I also bought some inexpensive adhesive backed magnets from Amazon and popped them on the front, and that's going to hold all the tooling that I use for the angle grinder, the wrench that will help loosen the disc to get on and off. I also have a washer that I custom made for this angle grinder because some of the discs kind of float around on there a little sloppily, and that specialty washer holds them in place really well. Just a couple other attachments. So like I said, super simple. I could slap it on the wall. I can move it where I need to. In order to get this to fit, I had to kind of shift around the pieces, which is another nice part of that. You don't have to spend a lot of time figuring out how you're going to make your storage and what's going to fit, because you can move them pretty much whenever you want. I can wrap that cord around the clamps there and hold everything in place nicely. So I hope this video helps some people out with people deciding what they want to put in their shop. I know storage is a real popular option, but 2 years in, I have no regrets, and like I said, the cost was pretty minimal, at least for me to make.